Any further discussion? No. Whoever is the president, please note to add this onto the agenda. Any further discussion on B? Park Board will be back with more discussion, and we'll have that as time goes on. Citizen Appeals Council Action, Robin Hensel. The reason that's on is I did receive a call from Robin regarding the time that she comes in front of the council to discuss items that are a concern to her. And she was wondering if there was going to be council action on those items. One was a drone policy that came up, and the council needs to decide if you're interested in that kind of a policy or not. And the other one was the use of the poles, I think, for flags. What flags can or can't be flown along the streets. It seems to me we had some discussion on that in here, and there wasn't an interest. But maybe it's something. You talk about it at the main meeting and just decide one way or the other. If you're going to have a drone policy or not. If there is no action on that, decide there is no action on it. Right. And well, sure, and you can do that tonight, or we can carry it forward out. Why do you want to carry it forward?
What do you mean by a drone policy?
I don't know. I guess Robin can address that more. It's like drones not being able to fly over the airspace.
How are you going to tell the government they can't fly over we're false?
And I don't know. Yeah, I would assume that the FAA.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotta say too, I don't ever recall any question being labeled to us like, this is what I'm bringing to you, this is what I'm asking you to proceed, and I want an answer on it. I guess.
And that's, Robin and I had that
I'm not
conversation over
understanding
the phone, and as I said, if you want the council to take specific action, you should ask the council
Get it on the agenda.
specifically ask
Yep.
to take that action.
Put it on the
Can I
agenda.
add something? I'm
Sure.
not legal yet because I'm not
Yeah.
sworn in, but what process do we take to put stuff on the agenda? Is that typically done by
It's usually it
by
comes to our
you,
office.
and if council people or anybody wants to come forward, do we?
Yeah, my general way of handling things over the time that I've been an administrator is that if the public wants something that they want to address their council on, we're going to put it on an agenda. You can tell me, you can give me limits. If you see something on an agenda at some point, say, what the heck is that on here? Don't put stuff like that on the agenda. Then tell me that. But for the most part, if the public comes in and they want something on the agenda, they're going to go on the agenda. And it's done through our office.
That's what we're here for, but it needs to get to the agenda, and this way it's being addressed.
If you'd like to hear from Robin.
Well, I would just like to say that the question was, that I asked a number of weeks ago, does the city have a drone policy, and or does the police department have a drone policy? That was a question.
The answer to that is no.
I can't present something to you unless I have the answer to that.
No, we don't,
The
no,
answer
they
is
don't.
no.
No on both.
Okay, then in my citizen appeal, I will ask formally for the city to consider devising a no-fly zone. And the reason is, right now, there's no data privacy protection for anyone. It's a wide open area, and citizens have a right to have the data that's gathered protected. And this question is being asked all over this nation right now.
Well, and at this point, Robin, I know that Camp Ripley, because we've had this discussion at Camp Ripley, they have control over the airspace in this area. They precede even our airport. Supersede.
Yeah.
Sorry, supersede. So at this point, there is nothing we can do. This would be an
That's
issue
not
that
true.
had, well,
A city council
If we
can
want to.
develop a
All right.
no-fly drone.
I guess
and
this is something we
no-fly
wanted
zone.
to do.
It's
but-
in some of the major cities right now, as a matter of
There is
fact.
a body that is elected duly to be responsible for this particular thing. It's called the U.S. Congress. And it's far beyond the authority, the purview, the responsibility, or the control of this council.
Then there's some other questions that I would like to get answers from, besides what we're talking about here.
Can
That
you
I
get them
have.
on the agenda then, and then we can
Well,
address them?
Dan said we would talk about them here. These are
Oh,
questions.
okay.
The other one was the flags. So those are the two that
No,
we talked
no,
about.
actually
Those are the
that-
only two we talked
no.
about over the phone.
That one was resolved. That I did present that, and it got shot down in here.
All right.
But
We have time to finish up the rest of the stuff here. It should be on the agenda ahead of time, I feel.
I did ask in one earlier session if Lori
I did not see
Casella
that here.
or the council had located the 5 missing tapes from fall of 2011. Never got an answer for that.
Okay, so Robin, can you put those together, because we don't have time to address it now, but put those questions together, then get them to us, and then we'll address it.
Well, this is what Dan told me we were gonna do in here tonight.
5 missing tapes.
These are questions that I have already posed to the council and never gotten an answer for. I also asked way early on, since complaint identities are legally protected, why did Jerry Lochner request over the phone conversation that I had with him in the early part before the lawsuit was filed, that I write a letter asking the city council to remove the illegal support the troops banner. I asked him in that conversation why I had to request the city do the right thing and remove it.
Can we go about
My
this?
privacy rights were not protected. I would like an answer to that question as well.
Let's get going. Yeah, that's,
Moving up business, this is something you can bring up and make requests and that, but if we're gonna get the business that's in order right now, we need to stick to this. If there's time at the end of it, then we can address a few other things. My opinion.
I agree, but we need to
Alright.
move forward, and yeah, Robin, just write those things down, please.
No objection, we'll move on. Janitor position, city